Okay, do you want to tell us just what's after happening over the last hour or so?
Okay. It's basically for most of the last few hours there've been people sitting on top of the gate over there, preventing the workers from leaving, and the idea of this was that this would be like give us some sort of leverage to negotiate some sort of basically for them to leave, or and they they were sitting on the fence, and private security. I was watching them. I saw them from behind that fence for the Grangegorman houses there. I was watching them, and they had these big metal poles, and they were whacking the people who were standing atop of the fence.
Yeah.
And they eventually got one of the gates open and just drove a van straight through it. I don't know exactly what happened, but afterwards the windscreen of the van was completely smashed, and one of the people who had been sitting atop the fence was lying on the ground, seemingly unconscious and possibly with a broken leg, and they've been taken to the Mater Hospital now.
Okay. And do we know what kind of condition they're in at the moment?
I mean, they were conscious when they went into the ambulance. I don't know if they were unconscious. It just looked like it, but I didn't get a close look. But I mean, by the time they were going into the ambulance, they were conscious, and they seemed to be sort of in good spirits at least. So I have no idea how bad their injuries are, or
Okay.
I haven't heard yet.
And
But after that, they got the van, a few meters out the gate, and then loads of people sat in front of the van straight away, and Garda helicopter came out, and just loads of people from, I don't even know how many of these people are really, like, just kind of started appearing, and there was just like huge numbers sort of supporting us, and the guards had sort of just had enough of it. Like they just were like, fuck this, and basically it sort of there was kind of a rumor going around that they were basically in the mood to negotiate, and that we should have a Garda liaison. It became clear that there was a rumor going around that the guards were basically in the mood to negotiate, so we were sort of saying amongst ourselves, like, okay, maybe we should have a Garda liaison and stuff like that, and I was sort of nominated myself to be that, and sort of most people seemed happy enough with that, so I went up to talk to the guards. So there was just one guard who kind of escorted me up the road to where the superintendent was, and the superintendent had a load of riot vans like ready, well, sort of parked there anyway, and they also got Aidan Devlin, who was the sort of main guy from the LAS group, who were the security company who had been occupying the grounds for the whole day. So the superintendent was kind of mediating between us, and I stated our position, which was basically, if we just want all of the security workers, everyone out of here. Our concern before, the reason we weren't letting them out was because the workers were going to leave, but the private security weren't. The private security, they wanted to occupy the place, and the guards went to talk to the other guy, and they were talking to him for ages, and when they came back to me, they basically just restated my proposal back to me. There wasn't much, they were saying, there's going to be compromise on both sides. To be honest, I didn't really have the compromise very much at all. They were basically like, okay, can you give me some sort of guarantee that people are actually going to let the vans out and stuff, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, if all the security are actually leaving, then yeah, people would probably be pretty happy to get out of the way, and that's more or less what happened. I mean, a few people were sort of skeptical at first, like, I want to see it in writing, blah blah blah, and I was like, come on, just.
No, something, just a final thought then. It's just something that occurred to me. I was outside for a little while. There was maybe 80 people out there at one stage.
Yeah.
And huge community support as well from around here. Do you want to say something just a little bit about the support that you've had from outside?
Yeah.
About the community, what—what's your experience been?
Of the community in general, today or
today and
yeah, great. I mean, there's it's not. it's not even a question. Like everyone just thinks what we're doing here is great, really. You know, like there's nobody who you get the odd comment from someone every now and then, but you know, nearly everyone is like thinks it's great what we're doing, and that feels really good. You know, like sometimes you see in the apartments over there, like people on their balconies, and you'd wave at them and they wave back, and I'm really I mean, not just even the community today. I'm just really shocked at the like reaction that this has had online and everything. Just the response that this has had. Like this is, like someone set up a Facebook page, and like last time I looked at it, it already had like 600 and something likes, and it probably has more now. And just the response to this has just been amazing. And I didn't like. You know, when I saw like this morning, when I saw all the workers and all the fences and all the guards and everything, I was just sort of like, look, let's just like sit in our house and wait for them to go away. Like I felt really defeated, and I never expected that. You know, before midnight, we'd be back here in the warehouses and celebrating. You know,
Okay.
it's incredible.
And that's what we're doing. There's a big celebration going on in the background. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks a million.
Okay.